Dexter.
It is remarkably. Oh wait, Santa Clarita Diet or the Drew Barrymore Show?
Santa Clarita
The Drew Barrymore. If you haven't seen the Drew Barrymore Show, you have to watch it.
Why?
It is.
I love
it's insane. It's insanity.
I know zero about it.
Coming from Ohio,
It's
I
just
watched
bizarre.
a great deal of it. He's a fellow Ohioan.
Wait, Drew Barrymore or Drew Carey?
Oh yeah, Drew Carey. I'm sorry,
You're
not
thinking
Drew
of Drew
Barrymore.
Carey.
No, he's talking about Drew Barrymore. Did she just get really excited and is that
No, it's just it's like if a Tim and Eric thing was in real life.
Stop.
I don't know.
The press says stop. The press. Are you serious?
With the it's characters unintentional. No. It's just unintentionally awkward.
Oh.
Yeah.
Gotta find it.
And it's great.
Tim and Eric. Awesome.
Let me do just a quick survey on this show. Is Tim and Eric funny? How does everybody feel about it?
Tim Eric.
Yeah.
Let me see who that is.
We got an agape mouth from Tandi. Roger, I thought I saw a hand.
Yeah, no, definitely.
Definitely funny. Amechi.
I gotta do some more research.
The thing about Tim Eric, it was on when I was in college, and it was or high school going to college, and it was kind of like Monty Python in that in a whole show, for me, 80% of it would be like kind of nothing, but that 20%, and within that 20, that 5%, there will be some sketch that is just the funniest thing you've ever seen in your life. And I think it led the way to a lot of other stuff that's happening now.
Oh,
yeah. I know Tim and Eric is beloved by a lot of people, and I think there's a lot of weird shows that are offspring off of that weird show. And again, I'm not sure how I feel about it. What are some of the notable shows that are like heavily influenced by it? Maybe I like one of them and don't know it.
Well, there's what's it called? The Check It Out with Dr. Steve Brule. That's very popular.
Have
you seen the Eric Andre show?
I've seen that one.
That's the same production company, I think.
Very weird.
What?
That one's bizarre.
This is my bread and butter that y'all talking about right now. This all up in my wheelhouse.
Because of all the Tim and Eric quotes that you drop on us all the time?
No, I'm talking about I don't drop Tim and Eric quotes.
There's no quotes. There's no quotes.
There's no quotes at all.
It's too weird.
It's so weird.
Weirdness. I love beautiful weirdness. Go ahead.
My favorite weirdness is Zach Galifianakis. After him, I think the Bucks gets too crazy. I feel like I'm watching the Cringe Show, which I will do only in certain doses. Right? I couldn't like binge watch cringe comedy. You know.
Antoine, what comedy did you watch in high school and college?
In high school and college?
Like, what was the funniest thing to you?
The funniest thing to me in high school and college? Holy crap. What was that? Probably in college, I did like Arrested Development a lot. That was a pretty big one. I thought that show was phenomenally written. Wasn't as a huge of a fan as The Office, as a lot of people. I did enjoy shows like The League or Always Sunny. Always Sunny was great as well. Seinfeld, Friends, How I Met Your Mother.
Seinfeld. Yeah. Oh, How I Met Your Mother. Oh.
I do like How I Met Your Mother a lot.
Oh, man.
You know something weird?
Hold on, real quick, Roger. Before you make that excellent point I know you're going to make.
Salient point.
I just want to make sure I introduce the show. We're 4 minutes in. This is Can't Tell Us Nothing show, everybody. We Can't Tell Us Nothing, an improv group out of Houston, Texas. Air horns by John. Can't Tell Us Nothing is comprised of John, Amechi, Tandi, and myself, Antoine. And today we have a special guest with us, Roger.
Yes.
He's going to join us for some improv.
And if you're also watching, please like the show. Please hit the like button. comment, show Roger some love. It helps.
Show Roger some love. Please like me.
It helps my
like me as a
self-esteem.
person. Like Roger as a person. Please click and subscribe to Roger as a person.
As a person.
Just my existence.
Roger as a person.
Coming out, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Please like and subscribe.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry about that. Please, Roger, continue your.
Well, I'm just curious. I'm curious what everyone because I have been through some content phases over the over quarantine. When I started, I was real into the group Auntie Donna. If you haven't checked them out, definitely check them out. They're very much the next. They're an Australian team, and they're the next iteration of I think that kind of Tim and Eric style. But they're from Melbourne, Australia, and I've been listening to their podcast and kind of like this kind of small Melbourne comedy community because I don't have mine, and now I'm living vicariously through these Australians. I'm just like I listen to all their stuff, and I know I know all the people in a certain circle, but I was into that. But also after that phase, I got into competitive eaters on YouTube.
Oh, yes.
I am very familiar with all the competitive eaters on YouTube, and it's a problem.
Problem like you sneak off in the middle of conversations with Monica to go watch the food competition, or like, oh, I gotta use the restroom. Give me a second, and you're like, how did he do that?
Now, to be clear, she certainly does not approve. She thinks it's dumb. She thinks it's dumb. But here's the deal. I also think it's dumb. And like, I'll watch it and I'll be like, this person is just sitting eating 50 tacos in his decrepit living room. And yet I cannot stop watching. And I'll put it on in the background. I'll just have it in the background. I eat 200 eggs, and I just have it in the background. This person eating eggs, and I don't think it's healthy, but I can't stop.
Have you sought out any counseling or therapy?
That sounds nauseating.
Because
I imagine you can hear them eating. Like it's not like they're politely eating 200 eggs.
Yeah,
I bet they're chomping away.
You ain't chomping really if you eating 200 eggs. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
you swallowing them.
It depends on the it depends on the content creator. Some content creators, they just eat 2 whole turkeys in their basement, and other content creators they make a big thing of it. There's like they get a crowd to come and cheer them on and stuff. And then within the competitive eating community, there's like friendships and drama. So I'm following that too.
No, come on now.
Like, I'm not so interested in the competitive eating. I would rather see like the aftermath. Like what's the 2 hours after you eat like 5 turkeys? What does that look like?
Yeah.
Like you just sit there regretting all your life choices. Like how did I get here?
Well, there's not a lot of heavy people. So I think what they do is they spend the whole week eating nothing but like kale, and then that one day they just have a bowel explosion. And then the rest are okay.
She said they spend a whole week recovering diarrhea.
Yeah,
and replenishing vitamins with kale. Well, it's funny you say that because I think one of the biggest content like markets I've seen grow is the food and travel channels. Kind of like you can't travel, so you can watch other people travel on YouTube or get stuck somewhere and try food. And my wife watches some food channel. This guy he got stuck in Vietnam, and every night for like 6 months we would watch for hours this guy eating different street food in Vietnam, all the way to country seafood that came like bugs, and like from the most expensive to the cheapest. And like you said, it's like I can watch it easier than the regular Food Channel because you're gonna have to sit through 30 minutes of one program. You can watch 5 minutes or something, get everything you need to know, and then find something else. So I can see how you get caught up in the loop of like, well, I want to see what this guy says. I want to see if this is cheaper. I don't want to see if he's gonna throw up. So.
And they do sometimes. I mean, that's it. That's what I want to see. And it's like, I'm not even rooting for him. I'm just waiting for the moment that he's like, and then
stop.
Yes.
I'm gonna cut to a scene. We cut to a couple coming out of a movie theater. Tandi?
Yeah.
Tandi, can I ask you a question? I'm having this date is fun. This is a fun first date, first and foremost.
Me too.
But that movie, if I can be honest, was super weird to me.
Wow.
It was just a guy eating essentially a whole pig all by himself.
Yeah.
I was expecting something to happen, but nothing happened. Like I thought some plot was going to develop, other characters were going to be introduced, but the whole movie was just him eating the pig. And then he wiped his mouth and it went off.
I know.
Was that the right movie that we went to?
That was the right movie. Listen, I'm into watching movies, shows, things about people who eat large quantities. I know a lot of people don't get into that, but there is a group of us who really, really enjoy it. I mean, it's the anticipation, right? It's like, where's all that food going? How's he going to deal with it when he's done eating? Who else is going to see him eating it? How does he think about his life choices?
But none of that was in the movie. Like, I feel like if that's what's interesting. We should see that in the movie. It should end on him eating the pig, and then the rest of the movie is the aftermath, right?
Yeah,
if it's a movie at all, I feel weird calling it a movie. I'm sorry if I'm yelling. I'm having a fun date.
Listen, I mean, I know I was taking a chance. But, one of the things that's very important to me in dating someone is knowing if we share similar interests.
And I love movies. I love movies.
Yeah, I know. We both love movies, right?
I love the art of storytelling.
As do I. And that's why I thought that this will be a really fascinating way to introduce you to what I like in movies. And
Are there more like this?
Oh, my gosh. Oh, yes. There is a Eater Film Festival that's held in Tennessee every summer. We just go down and then like we meet the stars of these movies, and then they even have like eating contests like after the movies. I mean, it's a whole festival. Well, if you're interested, I mean, if we're still dating by summer, I'd love to take you and let you see some of that because you won't believe it. I mean, it really gets good.
Yeah. Let me ask you this. Do you eat like that guy? I know we're about to go to dinner, so I was just wondering, like, should I prepare myself in any way? Is that a rude question? I don't.
No, it's not. It's
this is
not
big. This is important to you.
That's important. This is the getting to know you phase. But yes, I am an amateur eater. I haven't competed yet. I'm building up, just like you build up for a marathon. I'm working out. I'm getting to a point. I've got to lose about another 60 pounds.
How do you work out?
Well, you got to lose weight, and you got to learn how to eat fresh greens for weeks at a time. You got to build up your tolerance. And then, there is a starvation period as well because you can't go in full. So, I just start by going to grocery stores, pinching off small amounts of parsley and other green vegetables and just, tasting that, and then going several weeks without eating. And then, I pick a day. It's arbitrary. And I was like, we're going to have a contest today and it's just me. And then I'll just eat things. Oh, my favorite is bacon. I have been able to eat 50 pounds of bacon in 30 minutes.
Oh, no.
50 whole pounds. It can be done.
That sound humanly possible.
Yeah, well, you don't do much chewing. You're just swallowing. You're basically you're wetting that bacon, you're dunking it in water, and you're just going down the throat.
We cut to the restaurant. Okay, I have your entrees here, sir. You had the Caesar salad and the filet mignon. Okay,
That's
and
that looks good.
Okay.
Thank you.
And ma'am, you had the 50 pounds of bacon.
Yes.
No.
2 gallons of water and
2
5
gallons of
grilled
water.
chickens. Yeah.
Tandy,
Yes.
please. This is a nice restaurant.
And this is
you must have did it when I went to the restroom. I didn't even hear you order.
It's a nice meal, but I want to be open with you. I'm tired of hiding who I am and hiding my interest. I want to show you on this first date because it's make or break. There's no need in pretending. You should just see what's.
Wait. Come on.
I'm sorry. But...
Look, I've never seen anyone dunk bacon into water and then just swallow it whole. I just need a second. I'm trying to eat here. I thought we would have a nice conversation, get to know each other phase. You just started going like a wood chipper. It was startling.
But I mean, you don't go slow. I mean, I know. I'm sorry. I should have told you.
Do you mind just slowing it down a little bit?
Okay, that's fine.
I'm sorry to interrupt your dinner. Somebody ever gets to wonder why you stopped eating. They're really enjoying watching what was happening here.
I know. I'm here on a date, and my date Antoine here got a little nervous about the process. So I'm sorry. Just let the people know that I am. I'm gonna talk with them for a bit.
No. Don't. This is important to you.
Yeah, it's very important to me. And I brought you to this restaurant because the audience that I need, the people who are gonna, cheer me on, who believe in this, who are interested, they all come to this restaurant on Wednesday nights. You didn't notice that most of the people in here came from the movie theater like us?
And that you're sitting in the center of the restaurant, all the tables are facing you?
Yeah.
I just thought that's how the restaurant was oriented. I didn't know I was in the middle of a stage. But proceed, I guess. We'll talk later.
No, I'll go.
Can I refill your water, sir?
And scene.
Disgusting.
It's terrible.
It's a real thing.
You got to make noise. There's no reason you should be polite if you're doing something like superhuman like that. Heck yeah, you don't care. Yeah. It's like
can't be pretty.
When tennis players do all this when they hit the ball, it's part of the process.
It's the same exact thing.
It's the same exact
intimidation.
I do want to ask. There's another little content tunnel that I'm in right now, and it's kind of polarizing. What is everyone's take on the K-pop group BTS?
I just found out who they were a week ago.
So, at my old job, I had a coworker who was really into K-pop.
Ooh.
He was not ashamed about it, not abashed about it. Openly play it, openly talk about it. Good for him, man. This guy, I learned a lot about K-pop from him. BTS was his favorite group.
Wow.
I've heard a few songs. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, what did he like about BTS being his favorite group?
He just felt like they're the best. They were the best. The best songs. That the biggest group. They all very pretty boys.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna let you know now. Monica and I are in it. We have it bad. We're in it bad right now.
Yeah, we have one right on the call. You can ask him directly, John. What is it about BTS?
Yes, what is it about BTS?
And you know what it is?
7 of them, right?
Well, there's 7 members, and here's the deal. They K-pop existed before 2013 or whatever, but specifically BTS recorded everything that they ever did. So there is hours and hours of content of like their journey from being kids to now they're in their mid to late or their 20s or whatever. And you can watch their whole journey like chronologically. And when you do that, you become really connected to them. Like since you have all this access to their whole lives, you start getting attached to it. And I'm a 34-year-old man. This is not an opportune time for me to get into K-pop, but it's happening, and I have to deal with it because I listen to the albums, I watch the videos. There's a special fan thing that's happening this weekend that I'm going to be a part of.
Nice.
It's weird, but honestly, if not for quarantine, I feel like I probably wouldn't have found it, and I don't know if I would have been the better for it.
There's a question in the chat, real quick. I don't know if you can pop it up. Are you going to get the BTS McDonald's meal?
So the BTS McDonald's meal comes with these brand new sauces. You've got the sweet chili and the Cajun sauce. I've been buying extras so I can experiment with other cooking. Okay, it's a problem.
The BTS McDonald's meal.
Yeah, it's basically just a McNuggets meal, but it comes with the sweet chili sauce and the Cajun sauce. You're not sponsored McDonald's, are you?
No, not yet. Not yet.
Not yet.
We're waiting on the C-Ton McMill.
So, Roger, real quick, just to set the stage, were you a big fan of boy bands before you found BTS?
No, you know what it was? I did competitive a cappella when it was well, I don't want to say cool because it's never been cool. But in college it was more, people knew more about it, and it was, kind of this frequent thing. So BTS is the biggest band in the world, but I do kind of connect with being in a group of other young people trying to make music. So the answer is I was aware of boy bands, but I was more aware of vocalization as a thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh wow, this is amazing.
I will say too. My brother is a big fan as well, and you'll send me all the videos, and they're pretty great to watch. The choreography is amazing.
Yeah,
it's great.
Wow,
it's just fun to watch for that. Yeah.
Shout out to BTS. I mean BTS.
BTS. BH.
That's something else. Of course, my dude Flam. Salute to Flam.
And Roger. Thank you, Flam, for sure. Correct me if I'm wrong, but just so people know, this is what I was told was the K-pop machine and how it worked. Apparently in South Korea, the industry is very strong. They will find you on the street and say, you're an attractive person. Would you like to be a musician in a band? And then they bring you in and train you up, and now you are world famous band.
You're referring to a member of BTS named Jin, whose nickname is Worldwide Handsome, and essentially, yes, they saw him on the street. But Antoine, he has grown over the years.
I'm sure
he's a very accomplished singer and dancer. Antoine, you know what? I also need to let you know there's another country that works that way, and it's a little country called America.
What? What do you say?
Yeah, the Disney Channel. If they got you, they're gonna have an album. You're gonna have a movie. You're gonna have a show. They squeeze everything they get out of their little people.
Well, whatever you want to say about them, I salute the K-pop fans. And I'm not sure if it was BTS leading the way, but I believe it was them that reserved all the free tickets to that Trump thing at I forgot what state, and they reserved all the tickets, so the organizers thought that the place was selling out, and they were all hyped. And then when they got there, nobody was there because all the BTS. Well, I don't know if it was BTS or K-pop. I'm gonna leave it out.
I think it's all of K-pop.
It's all of K-pop. They organized it, and that's what I'm talking about. Now you using your army for good, then I'm not mad at whatever, and I respect that.
We cut to a scene where the the Justice League visits a boy band. Hey, is this the band Let It Go?
Yeah.
You guys, this is all of you guys. Listen, we have traveled galaxies. We have a war going on on our planet. And we love what you guys did organizing on your planet and stopping all that political, woo-wash. But we have a real destroyer back on our planet. And you guys are the only one that can galvanize a whole people and get them to unify under one mission.
What's going on your planet? Like, you got any details for us?
Yeah, so there's this demon-like monster guy who sucks planets up. That's what he does. And he found us, and he told us that we had to sing if we wanted to, keep our planet. We don't sing. We kind of like him. That's our planet. We like to hymn.
You hymn or you hum?
Yeah, which one?
We hymn. We call it hymning.
You sing hymns?
No, we call it hymning. We don't use the "you" in our language, from what I understand, what I can gather from this. But either
you are speaking our language.
Neither here or there. All right. I didn't travel this far to get into the weeds, man.
I'm sorry. I'm the semantic member. I'm sorry.
All right, listen. What I need you guys to do, I need you to speak to our people and our planet, and I need them to believe that we can win this war against this demon that wants to suck our planet up into his, I guess, lungs. Doesn't matter.
Guys, can we get a group huddle? Can we get a group huddle here?
Yeah. Come on in. Let it go. Let it go in.
Let it go. Let it go huddle.
All right, let it go. Let it go huddle.
Guys,
listen.
This is what we've been waiting for. This is what we've been training for. We always knew that our music, that our choreography could not only change the world, but change the universe. How are we feeling, guys?
Oh, I think it's a great idea, Semantic Sam. Most regulatory of us all. I think that's a great idea. I mean, these they call superheroes. They obviously respect our power and what we're able to do, and our singing capability. Come on in.
Let it go. Come on. Let it go.
The ground starts shaking.
Yes.
I love that. Whatever you guys did, that was amazing. That right there was amazing.
That was just our let it go hum. It was
let it go hum.
It was more of a harmonization.
Oh, yeah. Oh, you did like a hymn?
No, it wasn't like a hymn. No, a hymn is a different thing.
Y'all call it hum, we call it hymn.
I mean, if you're gonna speak our language, you should call it.
Hey! I thought you guys were a little bit more understanding here.
I thought you came in for our help. Like, what is this?
I didn't say I didn't. I'm just trying to tell you I like your singing. Semantic man over here.
Semantic Sam. Yeah.
Semantic Sam.
But if I was a superhero, that'd probably be what I'd be called. Anyway, we'll do it. Is what we're saying.
Yes, let's go there. Let's get there. The people need us.
What's the name of your planet?
And our singing capability.
Our planet. I love that.
Come on in there.
I love that.
Let it go.
Let it go. Huh?
All right, I'm gonna have to ask you guys to not sing on my spaceship. I don't think it's powerful.
Now, hold
enough.
on.
All right,
you're asking let it go to not do what we do. If we feel it inside, we gotta let it go. That's what the whole.
That's how we got our name. Exactly. That's the basis.
I mean, I'm sure you guys have cues when you guys start singing. You don't just sing out of nowhere. You do perform concerts. We've saw the content. All right, my spaceship is going to be traveling really fast, and your sound waves could redirect my path. I can't see. All right. I can't see in the spaceship going that fast. So don't sing. Keep all that energy when we get on my planet. And my planet's name is him, by the way.
Okay. Is it? But is it though? Like, how do you spell it?
You don't need to know how we spell my planet's name. It's not even going to be there by the time we get done arguing semantics. Semantic
Sam. That's why that's his name. Jesus. But listen, we can be in your plane and I can't guarantee that we won't sing. Okay, spaceship. I can't guarantee that we won't sing, but please just don't do anything that inspires us to break into that powerful 3-part harmony.
Well,
if you can just keep that at a minimum.
The spaceship is amazing, right? It's a lot of technology you guys have probably never seen with your human eyes. What do you call inspiration? All right. I need to know.
The flap of a bird.
The flap of a bird.
The flap of a bird's
baby, you know?
The sound of a baby.
The smile on the baby's baby smiles.
Okay.
Anything.
The drip of maple syrup onto a pancake.
The disapproving glance of a superhero who wants us to help him. I mean, anything can just inspire.
we cut to the spaceship mid light speed travel, and there's all these like beeps and boops going on the ship and hums of the vast alien machinery.
Oh my gosh! Oh my God! Semantic Sam, I don't know if I can hold it. I don't know if I can hold it.
Don't let it go. Don't let it go. We need to do this to save the universe.
Crew, we're about 20 miles away from
everything.
Our
cannot be him.
We don't know what that means.
It doesn't. You don't need to know what it means. It doesn't have anything to do with the.
It seems like it's a big part of every aspect of your culture.
Like how long did it take to travel a mile or whatever?
Takes a millihim. It takes about 1,000 millihims.
That doesn't help.
Oh, what is that? All right.
You hear that?
Calm down, Rhythmic Reader. Calm down, Rhythmic Reader.
All right.
There's no need to.
Don't get too crazy. We're about to land on the planet. All right. Calm down. All right.
So hard.
All right, guys. Listen, I gotta pull over at one of the hymn stations to fill up.
And fill up.
What? Plutonium.
Holy crap.
Yeah, man.
Just mad at you.
Does anybody remember that movie MTV came out with about boy bands? It was like they had put together the boy band. One of them was like Chris Farley's brother. I can't remember what it was called. It was an MTV like original movie based off boy bands.
Okay, so it wasn't Making the Band.
No. Boy band movie was called Together. Nobody remembers Together. Nobody remembers Together. Mm-hmm.
No.
No one remembered Together. I wasn't the only guy that saw that movie.
Who would be like if we had to trace back the history of boy bandage? Who would be some of the pioneers of what we're considering today as a boy band? If we had to go back, Roger is our musical expert here. What do you think? And boy band expert now.
I think because I mean, if the ones that started the craze, I guess, were NSYNC and the Backstreet Boys. But I mean, before them, there was the New Kids on the Block, and before them, there was like Menudo.
Yes.
And then before them, there was the Osbournes.
Mm-hmm. Now, see, that crosses boy band to family band. See, I think family band gets in its own category.
That's true.
Like
that's
the Osmonds
true.
and Jacksons, because they had sisters in it, and then it whittled away. I think. See, that's what I was thinking.
Well,
John.
see, to me,
the Beatles, right? Yeah.
I think what you're.
That's the case. And the OJs were a boy band.
The
OJ's
structure you're describing, they don't play instruments. It's just singing and dancing.
The OJs.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
right.
no instrument playing, just singing and dancing. Okay, well then it's fast forward then. So yeah, because the old people, you had to play music.
The Beatles would not be a boy band in that definition.
You plus me equals us. Yes, somebody else saw the movie. Thank you, Crystal. Thank you.
Who remembers? Real quick aside. Who remembers the name of the hip opera with the starred Beyonce on MTV?
It was called Carmen, wasn't it?
Carmen. I think so. I think you're right.
Yeah.
Wait, that's an actual opera. I thought that was a twist. That was a trick question.
No, it was hip opera with Mekhi Phifer. I'm surprised you haven't seen it. It's actually pretty good. It's pretty good. Mm-hmm. Has Most Def in it.
I think I have seen it. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It was Most Def, one of his first, I think, acting. He did pretty good. Beyonce died. Sorry, to the Beehive.
What about the bands like
B2K?
Temptations, I'm thinking.
Boys to Men. Forgot about
Boys to Men.
Yeah,
Boys to Men. They were before In Sync, right?
And
Even
before Boys to Men. And then New Edition.
No, New Edition. It was New Edition In Sync.
Yes.
Then Boys to Men. New Edition came out when I was like 12, 13, 14, something like that. I was like 13, 14 when New Edition first came out. So that was the whole dispute that,
that was Bobby Brown.
New Edition existed, right? New Edition existed, and they played to a mainly R&B / black audience of young girls. And then In Sync, I guess, was first, right? Before the other.
Was Backstreet Boys before?
I think Backstreet Boys came first.
Was Backstreet Boys first?
Backstreet
so then that was the thing that, we have this one that existed, it came out, but then to make it more popular or more widely accepted, the one that became more widely known was then Backstreet Boys, because they weren't young black boys singing in a band. So that was that controversy. It's like, you have this thing, but then now we've created this thing that everybody's gonna like, because everybody can't really get down with New Edition. That's just for a certain audience, I guess. But I recall that. That's right.
Yeah.
New Edition. That's right. Yeah. Q. Didn't mean to make it heavy. Just saying. But I didn't. I grew up when I was in elementary school. Menudo was big, and I was trying to figure out how to get into it, but I didn't think I was supposed to be. But I think they had a TV show and everything on ABC. I think on Saturdays or something. They had their whole thing, and we knew the people, and all the little girls in elementary school were into them. And so I was like, just like I was like thrown into Kiss too. Like it just, because all the little kids knew about it. And then I felt like I had to, but I wasn't quite in there. I'm sure, but if we had social media and all the other stuff, I could have gotten into it more.
Well, that's what I'm curious, because through COVID, I have entered these fandoms of things that without the internet, I would never have known. And it's a thing where I'm like, this is, maybe it's even just not, it's not for me, but yet I like it. Do we think that era is kind of over? Like, now that everyone has access to everything.
Exactly.
If you like something, you're going to find it.
Yeah. Yeah. And you can develop your own life. I was in competition with my whole family. There was like one TV, man. You think I'm gonna get a chance to get into Menudo and battle with other people, and we just have this one vehicle for me to really get into it? That wasn't happening. But now, everybody's got a phone. You can go to your room. You can find whatever you want to find. You can get into whatever, man. I was limited.
Our family had 4 tapes. We had Mortal Kombat, Batman, Barney, and the California Raisins. Those are the tapes that and my childhood was just cycling through those.
I love the California Raisins. Those aren't bad picks at all.
Hit that air horn. That's the magic word on our show. You said
California
Raisins. You win, Roger. You brought it full circle. Man.
Y'all are familiar with the California Raisins?
Very familiar.
Heck yeah.
We actually did didn't we do a scene, like a Breaking Bad California Raisin scene?
California Raisin scene.
There were 2 different tapes. There was Meet the Raisins and Selling Out. And Meet the Raisins had still one of the funniest jokes I had ever heard, which was at the end, it's supposed to be a documentary of the California Raisins, and at the end, they're interviewing their mother, and they go, so what do you think about your boys' stardom, their super success, their world fame? And she goes, you mean they're not in their room? And I was like, that even today is one of the funniest jokes I've ever heard.
Wow.
So
awesome.
we cut to a scene of some CIA agents showed up at this lady's store. Excuse me, ma'am, open up. This is CIA.
Okay. Yes.
All right, I'm so sorry, man. We had to wake you up at this time of the night. We just wanted to inform you that we just came back from Russia, and your son was doing concerts over there and selling out the whole arena. And that we were investigating something else over there, and then stumbled across the tickets. Man, are you aware that your son is going overseas and performing music?
No, not Jefferson. No, Jefferson works at the library, the downtown library. He works, Monday through Friday. Yes, and then they have several conferences that they go to. As a librarian, he says that they have these week-long conferences, and they have to go and learn about undoing the Dewey Decimal System because they're coming up with something new, and so it's really involved. And he has to go to no, not Jefferson.
Ma'am, this is serious. There's been a trail of young girls passing out at these concerts in the hundreds. It's causing us to do further investigations of whether we should stop him from performing music.
Jefferson doesn't even have a girlfriend.
We see there's a bunch of track suits behind her hanging up in her living room.
Oh, do you mind if I step in for a second? And
yeah, I have nothing to hide. You come right on in.
See, I see this Enter the Dragon tracksuit right here.
Yeah.
I also have a picture of him wearing that in Rome when he performed.
Let me see that. Let me put that real close to my glasses.
You see that right there, man?
I just see the backside. That's just the back of a man with his hip moved to the left. That can't, no. These tracksuits right here, that's Jefferson says it's cold down there at the library. And then it's also good for traveling in when he goes to his conference. He likes to wear that before he gets on the plane. Now, come on now. Is
that why we see Let It Go on the back of this tracksuit in rhinestones?
There's another knock at the door. Excuse me.
Yes, sir. How can I help you?
Sorry, ma'am. I'm looking for a fellow agent of mine, Agent Marshall. Is he in there?
Oh, yes, I have CIA. Come on. Yeah, he's right.
Well, actually, Agent Marshall, can you step outside for a second? I have a question for you.
Yeah, sure can. I was right in the middle of an investigation. Yeah. Give me a few.
Just 1 second, ma'am. Just 1 second.
Yes.
Give me a few seconds, ma'am. Okay, just give me a few seconds.
Agent Marshall, I know that you were in the middle of an investigation, but I think it's time for you to admit that you're just a fan of this kid. It's okay. It's okay to be a fan of this pop music and be in the CIA. You don't have to guise it as an investigation and involve all these other people.
I don't know what you're talking about. There were 97 girls that passed out at a concert. Does anybody else think that is, short of amazing?
Yeah, it's a really good concert, I'm sure. Young girls pass out at concerts. It's what they do. It's why they go. I don't know. We have real crimes and suspects to investigate, Marshall. What I'm saying is either you find something here or get back to real work. Okay? This is the year 2021. You can admit it.
This is real work, okay? You saw it on the way over there, man. We were on YouTube. This guy is fucking huge.
All right, tell you what, man. Let's go back in there. You continue your investigation. I'll back you up. Okay. I just want to make sure that we're talking about something real.
Okay. Well, let me do all of the talking because you try to do a little bit too pragmatic, get caught up in all the semantics
CIA agent.
and all this other stuff. Just let me do all the talking. All right. Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes.
My colleague says that we have a little bit less time than I thought. Can you do me a favor? Do you mind if I check out his bedroom?
No.
And what are you looking for, Agent Marshall?
You know what I'm looking for, Agent Jones. What we talked about outside.
Oh, right. Why don't you just give me just a hint of what we talked about? A lot of things in those few seconds. What sort of evidence? Just so I know what I'm looking for as well.
I want to go and confirm that he works for the library, like his mother said.
Okay,
right?
That's what we'll do.
Okay, you can stay out here. I'm gonna go in there. I don't need a bunch of people in his room. It's more difficult. You might step on something that we don't want to step on. Let me go in there for a few minutes and do some snooping.
Okay, but leave the door open.
Why are you doing that? I'm gonna call Jefferson. I know he's in Toledo, Ohio. He went over there, he said, for a conference about like I told you to do it decimal. So I'm gonna call him on his cell phone and he'll be able to tell you this is not him that you're talking about.
Let it go.
Agent Marshall, are you listening to something in there?
Oh, I was just I bumped into the stereo. I'll be out in a few minutes.
Jefferson?
Hello?
Can you hear? It's a lot of noise back there. Where are you at? Like a happy hour after the conference?
Yeah, there's like a lot of screaming people here.
Yeah, a lot of music well, I'm so used to that. Every time I talk to you, I hear that in the background. But listen, it's two men here.
Two men there?
Yeah, they're at the house. They said they're from the CIA. And they say that that you've been going to Russia and having big concerts. And I told them that's not true. You work at the library.
Yeah, I work at the library. I'm in Toledo like I usually am on the 15th of the month.
Okay.
Ma'am, the line's really bad. I can't hear you that well.
Yeah, it's a lot of noise. All right, you be safe.
You too.
Okay.
Ma'am, have you ever considered the fact that maybe your son hasn't been completely honest with you and is actually a worldwide known superstar? That some agents might be a fan of.
All right, listen, guys. I just want to let y'all know. I know for sure that your son is a music star. All right. I put on his tracksuit. All right. This is the exact same one he wore the night I bumped into him after the concert. Remember that night? And I was like, I've never seen a guy wear that before. This is the exact same one, ma'am. You are a fucking liar. You are a liar.
My son's clothes?
And scene.
I'm sure Michael Jackson had to deal with that at some point, right?
No, it's
that was one of those. Yeah, I would say that was one of those scenes that was great, but I could visualize it on stage, like the room. I just want to see John dancing behind what appeared to be a curtain. Some kind of curtain back. Some beads.
It's more dramatic than a door. Yeah, speaking of which, you are the director of station, right? What's your involvement with Station Theater? Roger?
Yeah. I'm a co-owner. I direct it up. We purposely don't have an artistic director because Houston is our artistic director, baby. But I'm a general. I direct things. Things are directed at my behest.
Yeah, I direct things. I make directions. I give people directions.
I direct them. Yeah, they're under no obligation to follow those directions. No obligation. They can choose to follow them when I direct.
I heard that maybe Station Theater is opening back up for shows at some point.
It is coming. I cannot tell the precise date because there's something in the air still. It will be next coming month or two. What I can say is that classes are live right now. So that start. I mean, we were booked up through in July. There's some new classes that people can check out, and this is a really great time to get re-involved in the scene because when we start back up again, we're going to need to be real good, real good at improv because there's a lot of people that want to come to shows and they're in some high quality stuff, and we're going to bring it to them. Well, so I encourage people to check that out because it goes stationtheater.com/class. If there's not a registration link, there's a area you can get on the wait list. But you think that we will finally have shows in the next 1 or 2 months.
Yeah, I'm very excited, man. I feel like there's a lot of just like potential energy building up, potential improv energy that's going to be unleashed in those first weeks of stage time.
It's going to be a little nutty because it's like, so everyone's starved. Like the performers are starved to have a reception, and people are starved. And they've been calling, they're like, hey, we need shows. And we're like, watch the news because things are bad right now. But luckily, Harris County, we've been going by Harris County's estimation, and they finally put us in the yellow zone, which is bad, but not as bad. So yeah, it's crazy. I'm teaching a class right now, and we were talking about how pre-pandemic, we might have a show like six people might come to a show, and we'd be like, dang it, I have to perform for just 6 people. Now, if I had 6 people, I'd be like, I'm going to make this great. This is going to be a terrific show. Man. I'm not going to take these six people for granted, but I think judging from the amount of people that call every day still, it's going to be a pretty big reopening. So nice. It is soon. Check our socials, follow our socials for updates. I'm curious, when am I going to have access to this merch? Is this,
For sure. We got a lot of merch coming. What would you like, hat? Would you like an actual 6-ton hat?
I want one of every. I'll buy one of everything.
My man.
Awesome. We'll definitely get you one, man. You're part of the family too. And of course,
do y'all remember? Yeah, for sure. Do y'all remember our first couple of our practices?
Heck yeah, at your apartment.
Yeah,
absolutely.
That's right, Rosie. You part of the.
We did have one there.
The framework. Yeah, the framework, man.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I told you at the time you got to cut Antoine loose, and you didn't, much to my chagrin.
Yeah. I know.
You persevered.
Beyond that moment.
Yeah, this group does very well in spite of me. Semantic saying.
That's a joke. That's a joke.
Semantic saying.
Didn't happen.
No, man.
No, we definitely remember those days.
Heck yeah. Thank you.
Definitely remember them.
And it wasn't, what's funny? It wasn't that long ago. It feels so long now, but it was just a couple years ago.
Yeah. COVID it felt like a 5-year gap, man. That 1 year of feeling every day felt like 5 years of disconnection, So Yeah, it does feel longer than it was.
And I gotta thank you all for continuing to put content out there throughout it, because really that's the stuff that got us through. You know what I mean? You know, not to sound exaggerated, but it's just like, you know, the people that were consistently putting stuff out, that really was kind of needed. It was kind of that the thing to last us over. Which, I mean, I loved your podcast before that, but during quarantine, it was even more helpful.
Oh, look at, we doing some good. We did some good, y'all.
Thank you.
We did some good.
You.
Yeah, I know for me, just having to look forward to doing it every week helped my weeks a lot better.
Let's do one last scene. We cut to Tandi's front door. Tandi.
Yeah.
Are you Tandi from YouTube, the competitive eater?
Yeah, I am. Oh, you just caught me after a competitive workup. What's up? What's going on?
Oh, yeah. So you may know me, Semantic Sam, from the famous band Let It Go.
Oh my gosh! It's you.
That's me. Yeah, that's me.
My stomach.
Yeah, no, we need that stomach, because here's the thing: we're in the middle of an intergalactic war right now, and we like what you've been doing. You've been putting out a lot of great content consistently, and we're fighting a planet-eating monster that we need a competitive eater for. We've been able to work out our dancing choreography into a negotiation where they will stop eating planets if they find a better eater out there. And I think that's you.
I think I could be ready for it. I think so. I've been practicing, and I think I got the stomach for it. I think I'm ready.
Okay, well, the hum spaceship is over here. Come on, hop in.
Hey, Tandi, it's me, Jefferson. We're gonna have our date tonight.
Yes, Jefferson International.
Yeah, international superstar. Why are you getting in the spaceship? You getting in the spaceship? Oh,
they need me to help. Okay, I'm coming. They need me to help. I've got to. The world.
Do I come along?
Yeah, just hop on in.
Well, I mean, I invited you. I didn't say there was a +1 involved. I'm not saying on, you can't, but...
Excuse me. Officer of the law, stop. You cannot leave this planet at all right? That man right there, he lies to his mother about what he does. He is a singer. He's a superstar. All right?
I'm also a librarian.
You can't do both, sir. It's impossible.
I was honest with you at our date. I told you I'm a competitive eater. This is what I took you to a movie. You saw it. You saw what I'm about, but you're not telling the truth. You're not who you really are.
Can we get... All right, everybody get on the ship. Get on the ship.
All right, let's come on the ship.
We'll have this discussion on the ship. Cut to mid-light speed travel.
Those people like they're really going at it.
Yeah, Mondays to Wednesdays, I'm a librarian. Rest of the week, I do international shows. And sometimes young women pass out, but that's not my fault. I can't help it.
Young man, why do you lie to your mother about this? I've dedicated a lot of my government time in retirement.
Hey, hold on a second. Are you wearing one of my tracksuits?
I wasn't going to give it back to your mom after I tried it out. I want to make for sure it was yours, and it is.
Did you steal that tracksuit from his mother?
It's not stealing if they don't let you back in the house with it on. It's kind of like a parting gift, all right?
Wow.
Wow. Well, this neither here and there. I could have arrested you, but you make damn good music, all right?
Thank you.
That's it.
I know one of his songs, Semantic Sam. I know one of his songs. It's it goes in the books and bring it on with me. In the books in the town today, we are here everywhere.
And then through the singing, the ship goes off course. Crashes into another planet where they seem to be stranded.
Oh man, I'm gonna be late for dinner.
And scene, and that is the Can't Tell Us Nothing show, everybody. Thank you so much for listening. Thank you so much, Roger, for joining us, man. Anything else you want to plug? Let people know what you've been up to.
No, I haven't been up to anything, but I'm gonna be up to a lot of stuff real soon. So just keep checking our Station Theater socials.
Any videos by BTS or any of these competitive eaters you want people to check out?
I mean, everyone needs to be listening to Butter. It's their new single. It beat Olivia Rodrigo's single. So keep streaming.
Pumping the numbers up.
Keep it up.
Numbers up. Well,
they're
then
on the radio. I've been hearing them on the radio, so they're making it their wave.
I blame Gangnam Style for paving the way.
Oh.
You say you pave who?
I said to blame Gangnam Style for paving the way.
Oh Lord. To like monster levels of like streaming. Yeah.
Like before Gangnam Style, did you hear any like Korean music on the radio?
Not that I can recall.
Wait, Gangnam Style was on the radio?
It was.
Antoine, how old are you?
Yeah.
How old are you?
I heard it on the radio.
You were listening to Gangnam Style on the radio.
Once I got the antenna in the right area.
Gangnam Style.
We now interrupt your broadcast to play some music from Gangnam Style. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Turn it up!
Honey, Gangnam Style's on the radio. Come in. But DJ Comfy, please get those tunes ready. We'll head on out of here. We'll do some shout outs to people in the chat. Thank you for listening. Erica, Adam, Renanda, John Flamborghini, Crystal, Nirin, Amy. Thank you so much for stopping by. For John, for Amechi, for Tandi, for myself, we're out.